Peace and love, dear world. This is Teacher Kaitesi. So today I have some information I want to pass on. This is information for people who may be wanting to start conscious schools. If you're interested in starting a conscious school in Africa, please contact me because I have information that we can use. You see, we are now beginning to get students in schools who do not want to learn this stuff that we are giving them, because some of these human beings are coming in conscious of the fact that the things that we are giving at school are fake and they are not useful, and that is not how it should be done. So the fact that there are so many children rejecting the education system as it is means that it is time to change it, and we need to change it. And I don't know why we don't accept things. Most of us know that what we are giving today as teachers, first of all, we know that this is fake, that this is not useful. That one, we know it as teachers. Secondly, I've talked to parents who even them at home as they are helping their children do homework, they are wondering, why are my children learning this? Why are you being given this? Even the students themselves don't like being here, because even on a subconscious level, they know that this is not useful to them. Okay? So I wonder, who are we doing this for? If the children don't like it, and the parents don't understand it, and the teachers know it's useless, why are we still doing it? Why are we still doing it? Okay? Like, seriously. So listen, if you're interested in starting an education system, where the students are interested in being there, the teachers know that this is useful and they give it happy, and the parents are content when they are helping their children with homework, please contact me. Because you know what? We need to do this. We need to do this. The rest will find us on the way. Because you know what? You're going to have to change it. You're going to have to change it. You're about to start having little babies telling you, I don't want to go to school because I'm learning useless stuff. You know, they said that in the end, even little babies will prophesy, and it's about to happen, okay? So let me give you how actual education is supposed to be. And this is information, by the way, I came into this life with. And I have been going through all these different types of education system to see whether any of it is actually how it's supposed to be. And you know what? Nothing. So this is how it actually is supposed to be, okay? Now, I'm going to explain the stages. This is stage 1. 0 to 6 years, the curiosity stage, okay? 0 to 6 years of a child's life. This is when the child is fresh in this world. Everything around them, to them, is new, and they're interested in knowing what it is and what it does and how important it is to them and to everyone else, okay? So when we start teaching children, because as parents, you know very well when your child is beginning to learn how to talk, they're asking, what is this? What is it for? What is this? What does it do? What is this? Okay? So it should continue to school as well. So at that time when the child is 3 years old and they join baby school, that is what they're supposed to start with. First, you make the child awaken by reminding the child of the things which are at home and asking the child if they actually know what each of those things is for. Then you move on to the neighborhood. Okay? Children should know why their neighbors are important to them. But you know that children today ignore their neighbors, apart from their babies who are like them, who are going to play with them. Otherwise, they don't know why they even have their neighbor. They don't think it's useful to have them. They are not conscious of the fact that it's useful. Okay? Children are not conscious of the fact that the local shop in the neighborhood is important or why it is important. These are all important things. A child should know why they are eating this food and why it is important to them. Okay? Children should know things that concern them, that concern their surrounding, that concern their actual environment, because they are most curious about knowing it. They are fresh in this world. They don't know much about this world. So the first information we're supposed to be giving them is about them and their surrounding. How to bathe, why it's important for you to bathe, how you should do it, how you should clean yourself, how you should take care of yourself. Those things that matter to the child. Okay? If we were consciously teaching these children and allowing their curiosity to be, to cultivate it and to boost it and to answer their questions, as opposed to make it seem like they're irritating us. We don't have time to answer children's questions because we are told in the education systems that we are in that we don't have time to indulge children in their little concerns and their little questions, that we should stick to the topics that we have been given to teach. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a little child asking you something and you don't have time to answer it? You tell them, go back to what we are studying. That is not what we are studying. The first day of the week is supposed to be Curious Children's Day. Okay? Where the child comes from the weekend, all these different things that they saw, that they didn't understand. The very first lesson for every class should be about, what did you see? What did you see? What did you learn? What did you wonder about? What do you think? Allow our children to think, allow their minds to grow. The age between 0 and 6 is curiosity time. It's not time to bombard children down with circumferences and rhombuses. Seriously. The most mathematics is a 3 to 6 year old should be doing is adding 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, just up to 10 only. Because what are they going to use number 24? Please tell me. Tell me if you have ever asked your little kid and it was necessary for them to count 50 mangoes or 100 of them. So why do you teach them things that they don't need? Teach children things that they need. Let them know why there is this type of food, what it is good for, why it is important for us to eat. Let them go home and become conscious. Let them remind the maids that, cooking food with too much oil is not good for us because it does this and this. Let them be the ones that watch how things are being done. Age 0 to 6 is the time for your child to understand their living environment, their nature, where they are. Okay? And what all those things are for. It's not time for you to be teaching them how to write cat and dog. It's not important how to learn how to write a cat and a dog. Is it? They can learn the letter sounds. They can learn the sounds. But let them also learn them as characters. To a small child, life makes sense when you say, this letter, say for example, you write, okay, like this. So you say that is letter A, but that character is also called R, and it's also called O sometimes. That letter, that character has 3 names, okay? We should make things more bearable for the child, for them to make sense to a child. Give them all these different letters that you want, but call them characters. Let them see them as characters, because that's how it makes sense in their mind. If you ever see a child, when they get into a compound and they see trees, the biggest, tallest tree is the father, the second tallest, biggest is the mother, then the small one is the child. That's how the mind of the child works. Stop giving foreign things to children in a foreign way. And you're busy making them fill in the missing letters to make words, and you're making them write words as big as environment. Write that words, community. Why? Which documents is your little child about to go and read or write? That they need document. They need those big, large words. They don't need to write any words. They need to know things around them, what they do. And this information should be given in drawings, in songs, in rhymes, in stories, in things that actually appeal to the child. Children today hate coming to school. You should see children early morning when you're receiving them. Very angry, very pissed off. They don't want to be here. Imagine we are growing up in a life where the children don't want to go to school, and you think that you as a parent, you'll enjoy your job. How? If you're growing up with an education system that you hate, you're definitely going to hate the job that you're doing. The only reason why parents put up with their work is because they have no alternative. Yeah, you have to earn money to take care of your family, so you do the job that you hate. If it has good money, you're like, at least that's a bonus. But most of you hate the work that you're doing, and that is because you hated the education. Yeah. At which point do we expect to be happy? After we die. So we are growing up in this life living 70, 90 years so that we die and go to a place where we're going to be happy. Are you sure? Are you telling me that you're going to be unhappy in this life, but then the next life you're going to be happy? Is there a guarantee? Is there a guarantee? 0 to 6 years of a child life is curiosity time. Teach them about their surrounding, their environment, what they need to know about themselves, how to tie their shoelaces, how to dress up, how to close their buttons properly, how to make sure that they don't do it and one side is up and the other side is down. Teach them things that are important to them. Make them smart. Let them know why it's important to dress up well. Let them know why it's important to have your clothes ironed. But children just wake up and they put these things on them and they come to school to come and learn how to write cat, dog, monkey, bat, bed. And then what use is that information to them? Parents are so hung up on, my child doesn't know how to read yet, and they have turned 5 and they become 6. When they learn to read, how many documents are they going to read? How many newspapers are they going to read? And let's say even if they read them, then they do what with that information? Stage 2. Stage 2 is the competition time, okay, between 7 and 12. Between the age of 7 and 12, that's the time when we teach children actual words, how to write them, Okay, the why I call it the season of competition, it's because during that season, we call it the season of a competition, because during that season, children are allowed to be competitive, because that is when they are most competitive. They've learned all these things around their surrounding, around their homes, around their school. So now it's time to make them compete. See who's the best. Start to self-realize, okay? Best writing competitions. We have best spellings. Okay, now we are learning words. Best mathematics. Best science projects. Best building projects. Best, art projects. All these different things, we put them into competition. Best dancer, best singer, best... Okay? During that time, everybody is popping, everybody has energy. Between the age of 7 and 12, children feel that they know everything. So that's the best time to put them into a competition. Compete. Instead of having punishments, please let's get punishments out of schools. Let's stop behaving as if we are training people to be future criminals. If you're training future criminals, then you should train them on punishments. Okay? But if you're training people who you want to be useful in the future, use rewards. Let the best ones be rewarded. Yeah. Best handwriting, reward. Best debate, reward. Best mathematician, rewards. Best English speaker, rewards. Best French speaker, rewards. Rewards. Let's use rewards for our children as opposed to punishment. If you don't do this, I will punish you. If you don't do this way, I will punish you. Seriously. We're not raising future prisoners and criminals. We're not trying to see who can take the most punishments. Don't even talk about the punishment. Talk about the reward. Whoever gets 10 out of 10 in this exercise, we are giving this. Let schools be people who buy things to reward their children. Let's have them. Once a month, at the end of the month, let's reward the best in each class, in every category. Yeah. Let people be rewarded for dancing the best. Let people be rewarded for singing the best. Let people be rewarded for being vocal in class and speaking loudly and clearly. Let people be rewarded for being smart and neat. Let's give our children rewards for the goodness that they are. Let's forget about the punishment. Who cares about the punishment? How can we all be about punishments? Okay? So stage 2 between 7 and the age of 12 is about competition. Stage 3. Stage 3 is self-awareness. That is between the age of 13 and 18. This is the time when our children are teenagers. This is the time when children don't care so much about their parents or their younger siblings. They just want to be around their age mates. So this is the time when we can encourage them to go into boarding schools. These boarding schools should be conscious to this individual because this is the time of self-awareness. This is when the child is now sinking deeper into finding who they are. Remember, we had the competitions the years before. So the child, through those competitions, probably realized they were very good at writing poems, very good at mathematics, very good at science projects, very good at, okay? So they start to dive deeper into those areas. This is also the time when we introduce the child to fully understand spirituality, to understand vibration, to understand practices, that if you practice positivity comes back to you, that if you cultivate this good also comes back to you. That's the part when we make this child become conscious of everything that they are practicing, okay, between that age. And those first 3 years, between the age of 13, 14, and 15, that is when they are coming down to what they are most interested in. Then 16, 17, 18, now they are fully into that area. If it is science, if it is art, if it is, okay, they go deeper into that. That's when they start reading. That's when we provide them with material in history of people who have done similar things that they are interested in, so that they start reading about it. If you're an artist, we start telling you about the best artists. We show you work they did. We should have those kind of materials in our libraries, so that every child is supported. And also during that time, it is a time for a child to be able to take care of themselves. We should have developed independence of the child. The child should be able to self-supervise. You understand? The child should not be necessarily chased around. Go to the library, go to eat, No. This child by then should start coming up with a routine for themselves. They know I wake up at this time, I do this at this time. We help them come up with those routines and have an organized way of living. self-awareness time, 13 to 18. Then the fourth one is the assimilation time, assimilation season between 19 and 24. That is what is our university time. This is the time when we are teaching the child that, okay, if you are an artist, this is how you're going to assimilate into society. This is what you need to know about the present society. This is what is trending in the art world. This is what they are into, okay? If you're an engineer, this is what your area is like. We bring in those people from those areas to come and talk to them, okay? Career guidance, come and teach them, tell them how life really is. This is the time when we give them information to assimilate them into the bigger world, so that by the time they graduate and get into the world, they know what to expect, they know where to go, okay? Then the very last stage is the employment stage. The employment stage is between 24 and 30. Ideally, nobody should start a business when they have just completed university. It would be a mistake, okay? So ideally, you should go get employed in those different areas where you have been mastering yourself. So you get into those areas, get employed for the next 5-6 years, and then learn how these things are actually carried on in society, how it's really done. As you're doing it, you're also still learning, okay? You're learning from those who have been there before, you're learning from your co-workers, you're learning from your bosses, you're learning. So after the age of 30, then you can decide to start your own business or continue to be employed. But these are things that you should do in stages. Now, what is happening today? Children we don't have the time to allow their curiosity when they are young. So when they get older, we start seeing that they have become dull, they are not interested. Now we are trying to find ways to stimulate their curiosity, because we are skipping stages around, and we don't want to listen to teachers like Kaitesi, who is telling you what is real. You don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. You don't want to believe that I know something that you don't know. Yet I also believe that there's something you know that I don't know. We should learn to appreciate each other. I know something about education. I do. I came with this package. There is a reason why I came with this package. Trust me, the world tried to take me in a different direction, but somehow I ended up back here because I have information about this. So if there are people out there who would like to start conscious schools, let me tell you something. I have a lot of information. And you know what? We have people to start with. Every school has students who have refused to understand the ways that education is being used. So we can start by marketing to those children. And once those people see those children come and actually become people, trust me, we will not even need to market ourselves after that. I am sure that after the first 1 year, because you see, this is the thing we're forgetting. The Creator never made any children and brought them here when they are empty. No one came here empty-headed. We all came here with something special that we are supposed to add on to the world. But for us to remember it, when you have satisfied our curiosity and you're bringing us up in the right ways, we remember it and then we share it with you. But you don't allow us to do that because you're busy bombarding us with skeletons and things and fishes and parts of chickens and things, parts of snakes which are useless. Okay? These things, if I'm interested in knowing, one day I'll go to the library and read about parts of a fish. But between now and then, give me information that I need to be part of this society and feel that I'm confidently part of what I'm doing. Okay? So please, no one came here empty-headed. No one came here empty-headed. And you know what? For anyone to believe that children come here with nothing, with an empty mind, it is to insult the Creator. You cannot tell me that you believe in the Most High Creator, and then you can believe that someone came here empty-headed, waiting for you to bring them to school and fill them up with your skeletons and stuff, and a rhombus, and circumference, and radius. Seriously, that's not how we came here. We came here as a full package. Full. You know? I remember in Uganda there was a song which was sung like among the Baganda schools where you say, Twaja tulimbuzi nyabo kati tugunjuse. Can you imagine? They actually believe that the children come to school when they are goats and then they get knowledge from there. Seriously, we did not come as goats. To assume that a human being who was made in the image of the Most High came to school as a goat is an insult on the Most High. And let me tell you people, you keep behaving like you're Christians, like you believe in the Most High God, but we are slowly insulting God, and one of these days we are going to annoy God, and we are going to see things change in ways we never thought. Seriously. We are treating children like they are empty-headed. They are not. These are very intelligent human beings who have come here with something fantastic to share, and we don't give them that chance. Okay? So, fellow parents and fellow educators, if you know that you have the means, because for me, I have this, and I have here, and I have the information that we need. Okay? I've just given you a sketch of what generally each area should have, but I have information of what we should have in school, in an actual conscious school. So, if you're ready, please get in touch. My email is down below. Let's talk business, because I'm just tired of watching children do things that are useless to them. Thank you.